just allow your arms to just open up. Roll from the shoulders outwards, palms face up, fingers, thumbs are relaxed. So just find a big breath in for me, breathe in through the nose. Exhale, sigh out through the mouth. Inhale, breath in through the nose, feel your belly and your chest rise. And now exhale out, slowly release the breath out through the mouth. Inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath. Exhale out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4. Exhale out for 4. Continue that a couple more times, find your own pace. If you want to prolong the breath further for a count of 6. Maybe if you need to shorten the breath, that's also an option. Start to move the feet, point and flex the feet. Continue that breath if you're able to. Draw little circles around with your ankles, both directions, to the right and to the left. Bring the big toes so they touch. Squeeze the inner thighs together, push the lower back down to the mat, and then reach your hands above your head. So reach in the hands, pointing the toes, pushing the lower back into the mat, stretching as long as you can. Maybe the feet and the hands come off the mat. And then exhale, relax. Hug the knees in, breath in. Hands wrap around the shins. Find one more full body stretch, so reach the fingers and the toes away. Again, activate the legs, compress the lower back into the floor, and then stretch through the arms and the legs, reach the fingers and the toes away. See if you can go an inch further for me this time. And then exhale, relax, release. Both knees into your chest, this time let the knees go outside the ribcage. Keep pressing the shoulders and the neck and the head down into the mat as well as the lower spine. Gently just rock it from side to side. Massage the lower back into the floor. Good. Bring the heels down close to the bottom. Walk the heels in as nice and close as you're able to towards the bottom. Press the hands down onto the mat. And then inhale, lift the lower spine, middle spine, come into a bridge pose. Chin stays tucked into your chest. Squeeze from the pelvic bone as you reach the top of the pose. Keep breathing here. As you exhale, relax down from the top of the vertebrae, through the middle, the lower, and then the tailbone. Inhale, straight back up, lift up through the spine, start at the lower end and lift through to the top. As you exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time, releasing the tailbone finally, last of all. This time take your hands with you, so inhale, lift through the spine, reach the arms up and above the head, palms face up as you reach behind. Exhale, lower down, lower hips and hands together, all the way down back towards the mat. Final one of this, so inhale, lift up, all the way up, hands and hips. Breathe into it, keep the head in line with your spine, chin into chest. Exhale, lower down, hands and hips, same time if you can, try not to rush. the breath out or the movement. Perfect. So from here, bring both knees into your chest, rock and roll up to seated. Cross the legs. Arms reach up towards the sky. Little twist, so left hand to right knee, right hand behind, and just gaze to the side of the room. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Feel the stretch in your torso and in your hip possibly. Both hands reach up. Big stretch back up above the head. Exhale, twist to the opposite side. So a nice twist for the spine, the thorax. Gaze out towards the side of the room. Try and keep the hips down. Inhale, breath in, arms reach back up. Extend the legs out in front. Slight bend into the knees. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, fold forward. So folding all the way down towards that forward fold. Sweep the hands all the way back up and then reach back up over the head. Inhale, breath in. Exhale, sweep the hands down and forward. Inhale, one more. Lift all the way up. Arms lift up. Exhale, we're going to hold down on this one. So reaching forward, hands to shins, to ankles or feet. So this time try and flatten your lower back if you can. So slight bend, maybe you need to bend your knees a little bit more to allow the spine to remain long rather than rounded. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lift up just a touch, halfway, and then exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Breathe into that pose. Roll all the way back up. So take your hands towards your hips, fingers point forward, and then bend your knees for me. So nice strengthening pose to start. Push into your wrists and your hands, and then lift your hips up, drop the head back. So the height of your hips is irrelevant as long as you're trying to feel the work in your arm, the stretch in your hip flexors. That's all we're trying to get you. Head can drop back. Nice stretch for the arms, the shoulders, the neck. Nice strengthening work from the core, the legs and the hips. Find one more breath. Lovely. Exhale, lower down. Bottom comes back down. Take both hands, wrap them underneath, interlock the fingers, and then pull away your chin to chest, round through your spine. Perfect. Release the hands behind. Just squeeze your shoulder blades together here. See if your shoulder blades can touch. Nice opening for the front of the body through the clavicle. And then release. Both feet cross them over, hands forward, and then step it back into your tabletop position. Good. So hands underneath the shoulders, slight bend into the elbow. Toes are relaxed and pointed back. Inhale, lift the head, lift the tailbone, breathe in. All the way up with the head, feel the stretch to the front of your body. Exhale, push the spine away, chin into your chest. Open those shoulder blades up. Breath in, inhale, lift up. Exhale, round through your spine. Push that mat away as much as you can. Push the thumbs into the floor. Inhale, last time. Roll shoulders, lift head, drop belly. As you exhale, push it away. Squeeze that belly in, squeeze the hands and the knees into the mat. Imagine they're drawing towards each other here. Good. Tuck those toes under and come into your first plank. So nice and relaxed in the arms, open through the shoulders, spread the palms into the floor, push the heels away. So let's just hold here, squeeze that belly in, round through the lower part of the spine, and hold it for another 5 here. Good, release the knees down, relax the toes, brush the elbows past your waist as you lower all the way down to the floor. Relax the hips, inhale cobra, so stay low, draw the shoulders back, chin comes away from the chest but you just look forward rather than up. And now exhale, lower the chest back down. Tuck those toes back under, elbows tuck in nice and tight, option chest and then knees or full press from the floor all the way back up into that plank. Good. Take those hips up into your first down dog, so bend the knees a lot, chin into your chest. Give the head a little shake, side to side, forward and back. Pad the heels into the floor. Lovely. Look forward to the top of your mat. Step or jump. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Roll up to standing, big reach at the top, both arms reach up above the head, palms touch. Exhale, fold forward, slight bend into the knee, hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen that spine. Exhale, fold over the legs, bend the knees, hands to floor, jump, hop or step back into your plank. Find your vinyasa. Exhale, hips lift, down dog. Inhale, breath in, look forward. Jump, hop or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over those thighs. Roll up to standing, big reach at the top, palms together. Sweep straight down, exhale, fold over your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hands to the floor, jump, hop or step back into your plank. Find your vinyasa, lower down, brush the elbows, past the waist. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's keep moving, let's continue the pace. Inhale, look forward, jump, hop or step. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Roll up, big stretch at the top. As you fold forward, breathe away. Fold over your thighs, bend into your knees. Halfway, inhale. Exhale, forward, jump back, step back, vinyasa. Big breath in. Flip the toes over, down dog. So 2 more rounds, let's continue, let's push through. Step or jump. Halfway. Forward fold. Rise up, think about when you're breathing now. Forward over your thighs. Hands to floor, halfway. Exhale, fold. Jump, hop or step. Vinyasa. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, down dog. So this time I'm just telling you when to breathe. I want you to move at your own pace. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last inhale. And exhale out. Work at your own pace. It doesn't matter if you're behind or further forward, that's fine. Come into your down dog. Pad those heels out one by one. Lovely. Look forward, jump, hop or step. Come straight into Uttanasana chair pose. So hands come forward, round through your lower back. Shoulders are dropping away from your ears. Compress, heels, squeeze the toes into the mat, then push the lower back away. So your belly is sort of concave, your back is rounded at the lower part of the spine. Breathe into it, sink a little bit deeper. Toes, lift the toes off your mat. See if you can concentrate a little bit more on the lower part of the spine and the hips. Step right leg back, high lunge. Both arms stay reaching forward. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. With your hips, just tip them forward slightly so you make more of a bend in your right knee. Breathe into this pose. Lower hands down to the floor. Sweep your left leg up into your three-legged dog. Perfect. Look to the top of the mat. You've got the option to find a stretch by bending the knee, or you can find 3 scissor kicks. So look to the top of the mat and switch legs. Lovely. Lower the right leg down onto the floor. Down dog. Roll through into your plank. Bend your vinyasa. Inhale, breath in. Exhale, down dog. Look to the top of your mat. Jump up a step. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold, sweep the arms up and back into your chair pose. So again, think about your spine, push it away, hands forward, lift up, reach up. If you want to this time, come up onto your toes. Stay deep into your thighs, continue to gaze forward at one point, try not to move the gaze. 2 more breaths. Heels down, step the left leg back, high lunge. So reposition your arms if you feel like you're hunching up. Bend into your left knee more as you push that left hip forward. Soften the breath, soften the jaw, relax the facial muscles. Make sure the ball of the foot is completely on the mat and you're not turning in or out to the back foot. Find 1 more breath. Lovely exhale, lower the hands down. Sweep the right leg up. 3-legged dog. So bend the knee in, just find a hip opener if that is fine. Or 3 more scissor kicks. Look to your hands, come high into your left toes. Try and get the shoulders over the fingers. Drop the left leg, roll through into your plank, find your vinyasa. Down dog. Pad those heels out for me. Breathe into it, soften, relax the shoulders. Inhale, look forward. Jump up or step. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana, come back to your chair. Breathe into it. Push the spine away. Step the right leg back into your goddess. So nice and open in the hips. Hands stay into your chest. With the lower spine, try not to let it push out. Draw it in, tuck it under. Hands stay centralized. Sink a little bit deeper as you exhale. Inhale, lift up just an inch. Exhale, sink down again. Inhale, just an inch. Exhale. 2 more times. If you work more of a challenge, hands can go up. Good. Take the arms open, sweep the right hand forward, come back into your high lunge. Fantastic. Make sure that right hip is forward, slight bend into your left knee. More of a challenge, take the left heel off the floor. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heel, lower the hands. Sweep this left leg up to the sky. So option heel to bottom and just hang out in your 3-leg dog. Or we can take 5 scissor kicks, okay? So add in a couple on if you want it. Or just hold your handstand. Perfect. Lower that leg down. Come into your plank. Find your vinyasa. Flip the toes, down dog. Breath in. Last time now, so look forward, bend the knees, jump, hop or step. Halfway lift. Fold over your thighs. Drop the hips, reach the hands up, chair pose. So sink nice and deep. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Step the left leg back this time. So you come back into your goddess. Good. So this time take your hands to the side of your head. Sit down into your goddess. Push the lower part of the belly into your spine. And then we're going to just drop your tap down. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, bring it back. If you want more of a challenge, take the heel off the side that you're tapping. Stay down, stay deep. Five, 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And find that last one. Perfect. Bring your arms back wide. Sweep that left arm forward so you're coming back into a lunge here. Right leg forward, left leg back, it should be. So left hip, push it forward, slight bend into the left knee. Compress the ball of the foot fully down onto the mat with the left foot. Heel comes off with the right leg if you want it. So leg should be shaking. Should be feeling a little bit worked now. Drop the heel. Lower the hands to the floor. Sweep that right leg up to the sky. Hold here for your 3-leg dog or 5 more scissors. Lower that leg once you've done it. Roll through into your final vinyasa. Inhale, breath in. Exhale, down dog. Lower the knees. Have a little rest for a second. Come back to your child's pose. Bring the hands back towards your feet to allow your shoulders to relax and open over the thighs. Have a sway or open the legs up if you need a bit more space for your belly. Reach both hands forward. Roll up onto your hands and onto your knees. Bring the knees back in underneath the hips. Tuck the toes under and then raise up into your down dog. Find your breath again. You might have lost your breath. Pat the heels up, move the head. Do anything it feels good to do here. Good. So sweep the right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Try to keep the chest square towards your left thigh. And then place the right foot outside the right hand. Drop the knee onto the mat, relax the toes at the back. So right knee and shoulder are touching, both hands are down onto the floor. Perfect, so just preparing for your lizard, make sure that right foot is flat onto the mat. So stay here if this is enough for you. You've got the option to use a prop, a block, a pillow. If you want to place the forearms down onto the block or anything, or option if you don't have anything is just to bend into the elbows or place the forearms on the floor, depending on how flexible you are in your hips. So think about how you're feeling and breathe into this pose. Try and continue to squeeze the knee into the shoulder, chin into chest, and just enjoy the posture. Nice big stretch here for the hips, the hamstrings. Pick the hands back up if the forearms are on the floor, and then just let the right knee fall out to the side. Gentle pressure with the right hand, and just allow those hips to open up a little bit more. Breathe into it, close the eyes or gaze up or to the side. Option if you wanted, take the right hand back. You may find this is enough of a stretch, or you may want to grasp hold of the foot or the ankle. Again, the option if you want more is forearm on the floor with the left hand. If you can try and draw the hips back a little bit, you'll feel a deeper stretch in the left hip flexor, left quad, by just lifting the hips up rather than lowering them to the floor. So it's a little bit more active when we push away from the mat. Good, release that hand and leg down. Bring that right foot flat onto the mat. So coming back to your lizard, either staying on your hands, you may be a little bit warmer now this time, or forearms to the floor. Squeeze the knee in, and this time you're going to tuck the back toe under, and see if you can pick that back knee off the floor. So if it doesn't feel right, just stay again with the first option. Slight bend into the elbows maybe. Maybe if you've got a bend into the elbows, what you can do is little push-ups. So you're just developing that stretch. Maybe you're thinking about your upper body and the lower body's having a break. Perfect. So pick yourself back up. Pop the knee down, back on the floor. And then walk the right leg out. Step it back into that tabletop position. So let's tuck the toes under and then press the hips back up into the mat, up into the ceiling. And take the left leg up now. So left side, left leg up, heel into the bottom and open up that hip. Breathe into it. Left foot goes outside. Right knee down. Again, just draw yourself down into the mat comfortably. So you're going to stay here for a good few breaths. We're not rushing into it. So take your time, whether you just want to move into your hips, this is quite nice to just feel like you're loosening everything off. Maybe you want to do a few little pushy ups. Maybe you want to use a block or a prop, or maybe you're happy just to come straight into it. So if you can see what I just did, I just let my right hip drop, which lets the left knee go out. If I try and pick the right hip up, the left knee comes in. Okay, so if you can just imagine you're trying to pick the right hip up to allow the left knee to squeeze in a little bit tighter. So it should be a nice active stretch inside that groin. You should feel a nice comfortable stretch, bit of work, but it shouldn't be hurting or pulling. If it is, just draw back. Go deeper or come back if you need it. Continue to use your breath. And then hands back up. Let's let the left knee fall out. Gentle pressure the inside of the knee. Slight pull back of the hip here. And then if you want it, hand reaches back. This can stay in this pose if you feel a good stretch here. Or hand to foot. Release the hand, release the foot, peel your body back up. Let's go for that full lizard, so the foot is flat. Squeeze the knee in, hands to the floor or forearms to the mat or somewhere in between. Tuck the back toe under and then press through those hips. You may find it easier now with the right hip lifting in this pose rather than the knee down. Again, both legs are different, so if you need to stay on your knee or you find that you go further on one side, that's normal. Head is not doing anything, it's just relaxed and folded over the spine. Chin is into your chest. Breathe here for me nice and deep. Use the breath into the muscles in the back. Perfect, drop the knee down. So walk yourself back and then come to sit onto your bottoms. Good. So let's windscreen wipe with the legs. So knees are nice and wide, wider than hips. Hands just go behind. And then you're just going to drop one knee in and then the other. You can hold it there and push through if you feel like you need more of a release. Or you can just go nice and quickly if you feel that's more beneficial. Either or is fine. Walk the feet in, hands forward. So your front of your body is nice and warm from your bridges and the hip flexor work that we've done. So we're going to come straight into bridge or wheel. So either bridge here if you want to find your first one in bridge and then second one in wheel. Hands down onto the floor. Squeeze up through the hips again like we did at the start. If you want to interlock the fingers and press the palms together this time, that's fine. And you can tuck the shoulders under to get more of a lift. So imagine you're squeezing your knees and your inner thighs together to get more of a deeper lift from the hips. And then push through the pelvic bone to lift up a tiny bit more. Breathe deeply now. Chin stays nice and tight into the chest. Do not deviate your gaze. Exhale, release the hands, the shoulders, and then lower down through the spine. Take your time. Knees into chest if you want it. And then let's find that wheel pose. So if you haven't done wheel for a while, flip the grips, the hands are into the mat, palms facing into the mat, fingers into the body. Elbows are nice and tight in. You can pop the head onto the floor first of all if that helps. And then maybe you can push from there. To come down, chin to chest, and then lower down nice and slowly when you're ready. If you're happy, stay there. So have one more go at wheel or bridge. If you're comfortable, you've got the option to lift one leg up and then the other leg up. Come out of the pose and whenever you're ready.
Bravo, thank you.
So release the spine back into the floor, shake out the hands. Push the palms away. Take the legs up. Give them a little shake out. And then take your hands around your knees. So you can either finish off now with happy baby or plow pose. So happy baby is here if you've not done plow before or for a while. Hands into the floor. Obviously you have to keep the chin into your chest. And then taking the feet over the head. Do not move your head because your breath in your is obviously restricted by the fold of the upper spine. Hands can interlock here in your plow, so you push the knuckles back down into the mat. Happy baby is a nice alternative. So think about pushing your hands into the mat and releasing the grip to come out of your plow and then lowering down slowly like you would have lifted up and then lowered down from your bridge. And then slowly release. Into the mat. So lowering that spine down slowly with control. And then just letting the legs go to the corners of the mat. Palms face up. Back of the neck is long. And then just relax into your Shavasana. Breathe deeply into the belly and the chest. And just stay here now for as long as your body needs you to. Or as long as your mind needs you to. Try and relax the facial muscles to allow the breath to become a little bit easier. So just breathe deeply and stay there for as long as you need to.